What's going on? We're going to do some shoulder work, some upper body work. We'll still incorporate a little bit of abs and core. Let's start with your band, and we're going to step on evenly with that band, raising that band up and to the front with our shoulder raise. Now you want to get 25 repetitions forward, then we're going to come out to the side and up. We're going to get 25 of those lateral shoulder raises. We want to make sure you're keeping a nice tight core, staying nice and vertical, squeezing the hips, keeping those shoulder blades back during both of those. So go ahead, 25 and 25, knock them out. Then take your weights, light weights here, and we're going to do shoulder rotation where we focus on the direction. So now, right now as you're lifting, we want that thumb up, come all the way up. When you get to that point where you have that restriction, we want to flip, turn, so your palm is out, come all the way around and down. Now we want to go in reverse. So we're coming up. Right now we have our palm out. Try to stay nice and vertical, tight core. Once we hit that restriction, we want to turn, palm in. Make sure you're keeping that arm extended, coming all the way down. Really focusing on that shoulder joint. I want you to do 5 on this side, 5 on this side. If you want to alternate between each one, that's fine. If you want to do 5 consecutive, that's fine. I know this is a slower pace exercise and you have those lighter set of weights, but we're working that shoulder joint all the way through. It's a ball and socket, plus with a little bit of weight, working that strength. So on this side, we have our thumb pointing out, our palm in, keeping that arm fully extended all the way until you hit that restriction. Flip. You can see here flipping, taking that palm out, coming all the way around. Woo, and down. Good. And then in reverse, make sure you have that palm out, come all the way up so you hit that restriction. Right here, flip. We have that palm facing in, calm down. So over time, you will get better at these. It'll help strengthen as well as loosen those muscles. Whew. All right. Let's keep, so once you finish up both of those, let's keep those small weights that you have. We want a 90-degree bend at the elbow. We're going to keep those elbows tucked, rotate out. So we're working that rotator cuff. And you want to try to keep a 90-degree bend at the elbow. Rotate those hands out wide. But again, we want to focus on good posture. So make sure you're squeezing the hips, tightening up those abs. We want to do 30 rotations out and then in, again, all the way together. Once you hit 30, keep that 90-degree bend at the elbows. We're going to raise up and out. Shoulder height. Again, good posture, good form. So this will get a good squeeze for your shoulders, deltoids. You may even feel a little up to your traps as you tighten up. Good. So do 30 of those. And keep those light weights, we're going to extend those arms all the way out. This one you do want lighter weights. We're going to bring those elbows back, squeeze, and extend. It's like you're doing a push-up, but standing. And try to bring those shoulder blades as far back and squeeze them as tight as you can. I want you to do 30 of those. We're going to go back to our band. Let's start with one foot on that band. We're going to bicep curl and flip, and then we're going to press up for a shoulder press. Now you can also hold like this. You'll just have a little more pressure coming down on your palm and on your thumbs, but that's okay if it feels okay. Or like this, you can step through. It'll bring your elbows back a little bit more, and then you can press up, so that way it's not right on the back of your arm. But here we want to go to our shoulder press, and we want to do 25. Try to get a full extension here. Try to go all the way up, lock those arms out, back down. Try to get your thumbs to your shoulders. Knock out those reps. Then we're going to place both feet on that band. We're going to our bicep curls. Try to keep a locked wrist here. Curl up as far as you can. Back down. Now you can make these a little bit more challenging if you put a loop in that band and step on that loop. So here you have a tighter band, more restriction. Go to those bicep curls. Again, as high up as you can. Try to get as much tension on those biceps as you can. Now I want you to do 30 of those bicep curls. Next up, we're going to go to our core and triceps. Yes, in that plank position. For this exercise, I want you to try to get as many repetitions as you can. Okay? Low plank. We're going to start on our left, hand down, push ourselves up to our push-up position. Back down on that left side. Do as many as you can. Right now, let's go. Now, when you're finished with those, one foot on the band, we're going to bicep curl, flip, elbows up. So if I turn, looks like this. Again, try to keep those wrists locked. And from here, try to straighten your arms all the way up and out. This is an overhead tricep extension. I want you to get 20 of those. Again, try to lock it all the way out if you can. When you knock out those 20, put that loop in your band, and we're going to do rows where we pull up, squeeze those elbows up and back, squeeze those shoulder blades. This is probably feeling really light, so we're going to focus on repetitions. I want you to do 50. Now, push those hips back, slight bend at those knees, flat back, squeeze those abs, row, row, row. We're going to go back to those commandos. Right side. Commandos are the low plank to the high plank. So right here, low plank, right arm up, As many repetitions as you can. Okay, knock it out. We'll give you a little break from the hands, from the wrists, and we're going to continue to work our shoulder mobility, strength, along with our core. We're going to go to dead bugs. Grab that light set of weights. Back down. We want a nice flat back, knees bent, arms up and extended. We're going to extend one leg out and down, the opposite arm. Drop it down. We're going to come up, then switch. 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 And I want you to do 30 of those. We're going to go back to the band, loop that band, step on that band. We're going to bring it up, and we're going to go to our tricep kickbacks. So we have our row, like we did. We're holding that row, elbows up, pinch it, squeeze those shoulder blades. We're going to extend those arms out and back. Now I want you to do 30 repetitions. Go as far as you can. Try to get as much tension on that band as you can. Next up, this will be a good exercise to use the ball. I don't have one, so I'm just going to do this on the mat. We're going to do our plank like a body saw, but it's better to have that ball. You can extend those arms out, bring those arms back. It's easier to move that ball out and back. I'm going to use the mat. So elbows down. You want to roll up on those toes, bring your body forward, roll back as far as you can. Forward, back. So up and back, count as 1, 2, 3. And I want you to try to go all the way up to 30 with that one. So knock those out. Next up, we're going to flip it over and we're going to go to a hollow hold, but we're going to do a rock. So it's basically the same thing, just opposite. Low back, force it down on the mat. We have our legs up, arms up, and we're going to roll up onto our butt and then roll back to our back, trying to bring those hips up. So it'll look like this. So you're like this. Legs up, arms up. We want to roll up, roll back. Now you can also have your hands here, which will be better for your shoulders. And I want you to get 30 of those rocks. Now I know how much you like those get-ups, so we're going to do 5 get-ups on each side. That lighter set of weights. So we have our knee up, that same side arm up, this arm out. We're going to come up to our elbow, up to our hand. That puts us in the sit-up position. We're going to post here, lift our hips, swing that knee back into our lunge, push up, stand up. We have that arm up. Now everything in reverse. Step back, knee down. We're going to lean over, swoop that leg, roll back, roll down. So that's one. And up to you if you want to switch sides or do 5 consecutive. I'm going to switch sides just so you can see the different view. So we're here, elbow, and we're going to post with the arm. That puts us into that sit-up. Lift those hips, swoop that leg through. Now make sure you're keeping this arm up, okay? Into our kneeling lunge. Try to pin that bicep to your ear. Here, up. Now everything in reverse. Step it back, down, swoop that leg, here, and here. 5 and 5. Now, I know how much you like your jump rope, so to cash out of this workout, I want you to do 100. All right, I gotta practice too. Huh. Benny doesn't like that one. That's okay, Benny. All right, I want you to do a couple of stretches too. So you can follow along here. I want you to raise those arms up overhead. Feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. We're going to go down into our squat and up. Okay? Overhead squat. I want you to do 5 more of those. Good full body movement. Now as you squat down, I want you to hold that squat, and I want you to turn, reach up from side to side. And I want you to do 6 more of those. So when you finish those up, stay down in that squat. And I want you to turn, drop one knee down. So that puts you in a kneeling lunge. And then lift, turn, knee down, up. So you're going from kneeling lunge to squat, kneeling lunge to squat. 1. Do 5 more of those. Now take a very wide stance, and again we're going to turn, point this toe up, straighten that leg down, and we're going to go almost down into like a single leg squat, up, and again turn, point that toe, bend down on this side, and up. And try to get a little bit lower with each repetition. If you need to put your hands down, that's okay. Maybe that'll help you come down a little bit further into that stretch. Do 4 more of those. Then we're going to go to our kicks, high kicks. And do 4 more of those. And then go to your wall and point your toe up. We want to lean forward for that calf stretch. I'm using my weight. I've got my toe pointed up, leaning forward. Let's hold for another 5 seconds. Then switch. And switch. Let's hold for another 5 seconds. Alright, so try out the workout. Let me know what you think. Have a good one.